Hey everybody, Danny Maude here. Thanks for joining us. In this lesson, you're going to get to see a student learn how to hit driver straight and improve their ball striking with their irons. Now, what's special about this is the student, Paul, was literally hitting driver everywhere. He'd lost complete confidence with it. Okay, almost brought some fear up when he pulled it out of the bag. But what you're going to see in this live lesson, step by step, is the process that we went through. First of all, to kind of feel exactly how the club and the balance of that club should work through the swing. And secondly, we overcome one major misinterpretation that I see with so many golfers that causes so many problems in the way he should move his body to support this club. Look over my shoulder right now and follow the process step by step. There's some golden nuggets throughout, so if you can, do find time to watch it all. Come and look over my shoulder right now. I hope it's going to help you too. Go right, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I lost that one.
Yeah. To hit those shots really straight, okay, we need to, that club has to be in a position, a delivery position that is much more coming down this way.
Yeah.
Your delivery is down here.
Yeah.
So now the problem is you're trying to hit it straight, but the problem is it's so far this way that you're stuck.
Yeah.
So you're trying to hit a fade or try to come this way, but so you feel like you're moving a long way like this.
Yeah.
But the club's so far behind that it can't come and hit that side of the ball.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've just got to visualize where that delivery is going to be here for us to start to get that path working this way.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
What I like to do when I'm working on stuff like this with students is just, when you're coming into the goal, we want almost a down cock on that ball. Yeah? So it's lit this way.
Yeah.
And when I'm doing this, what I'm not doing is this, trying to hold these angles. Because if you try and hold the angles, okay, where's the face?
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
Open. So what we're going to have to do, we're either hit a big block, or we're going to have to do what?
Flip.
Flip,
yeah.
Right? So we don't want to be doing that. What we want to do is let this club simply cock down on that ball. As it's cocking down, look at how square that face naturally is.
Yeah.
Yeah? So for that to happen, you can't cock down. If I was to cock down now, where's it? I can't, can I? Make sense?
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is we get the sensation here that the club is in a position here that it's easy just to simply just fall down and uncock, as it were, on that ball. Make sense?
Yeah.
So look at this here, look. So that's much more. This, so not this.
No.
Yeah, but because your body now is going to react to that.
Yes.
See that?
Yeah.
So when that weight gets stuck behind here, what you're going to do, the weight's going to fall behind you. There's your early extension. Yeah. Yeah? What we want to have, look, is where the weight here, watch. As we know it's going to come here, what's our body going to want to do now?
Just get out of the way.
Get out of the way?
Yeah.
So all this, you know,
give you all that space for your arms in front. That great feeling, yeah. Yeah, much more rotational. And as soon as it just goes there.
It's just gravity. So when that club comes up here, look, and it's there, we want to work it back to the golf. So when it works back to the golf, what's on my body? It has to move out of the way. But if I do this and let that club fall behind me, my body could react. Yeah. So it's keeping this club in balance all the way back to the ball. So the club goes out to ball, handle to body. That's it.
Yeah. That's a different feel. Because to me it feels like I'm over there.
Yeah. And it's not, you can see here, look where your arms are. If you look where your hands are, you're perfectly here, club's perfectly fine. You haven't done it independently with your arms, you're still beautifully connected. All you're doing is simply allowing the club to do two things, not drag inside, but you're keeping it in balance. So it's quite light like this, isn't it?
Yes, it is,
Quite light. Now, as you go a bit further, it gets a little bit heavier. Yeah. So you now need to support that. So the danger is when it gets a bit heavier, we might react to that, so we have to just support it. And then here, look, on the way down, we don't want to go, it's a bit behind us, isn't it? So we could do this, but we're not. We're going to bring it back, and allow it, look, now to down cock in front of us to that ball. So you're kind of playing around with the balance, and for you also, the face. Because don't get me wrong, look, you could get it in complete balance, but this club is completely shut. And then we're here, and now we're going to have to so you've got to look after that club face as well. Okay? Cool. Good. There you go. Much better.
Yeah, that felt better.
See, more neutral there?
Yeah.
Yeah? You can even do this, just here, look. Just imagine that, down cocking.
Right.
See how tiny that is?
Yeah.
Now imagine this, if it's hooded.
Yeah, yeah, very different.
So
yeah.
you can even do miniature swings to feel
right.
where it's going, and it's like, oh.
Right.
It's like, you remember I used that analogy of like hammer and a nail?
Yeah.
It's like, that's it, here's your few sighters, just there, relax. That's it, down on that ball. Then once you've got that, it's like, okay, well, how do I extend that motion with my body? Up and down, okay?
Yeah.
So, looking after that club first, there you go. How much more neutral
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
Because the club can come from a much better place. That's it. How'd that feel?
That felt a lot better. Felt like there's a bit of compression.
There you go.
Yeah.
And again,
That felt really easy.
Look.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are those the numbers we're trying to achieve?
Well, from
or
where?
Close to them.
Well, the reason why I want to get somewhere close to it, so these are what you call perfect, aren't they? Right? And 0 is perfect. It's kind of like square to square. The reason I want for you to at least play with that, you don't have to stay there.
Sure.
You're now under control.
Yeah.
So it means that if you want to go into it and play the draw, you can do.
Yeah.
But now you have a feeling of
Yes,
what's
you're going
happening.
too far.
You're going too far, and you get that push slice.
Yeah.
You've now got an idea of, okay, this is how I've got to keep the club more in balance here to get that. If I want to bring the club back in a much better line.
And to be honest, the repetitions of training my body a bit more like that will probably do me good throughout the bag, rather than everything being.
Well, I just, yeah, exactly.
See, this always equated to me to a good shoulder turn. Getting the depth there.
Yeah.
Always equates to me, oh, well, I've turned my shoulders well now. Where, of course, it's not it, is it?
Well, it's the misinterpretation of turn.
Yeah.
So everyone's trying to turn, right? And look at this here. We hit a golf ball.
I hope I'm not the only one that gets that wrong.
No, we all do it. We all do it. So you think of it here, we hit a golf ball on the ground, right? So this club needs to have a couple of things. It needs to go up as well as around. But when you take the word turn, what we end up doing is going turn. Yeah. And a couple of things here, our shoulders get too flat, the club gets too far behind us, and we aren't playing baseball. So the problem is, from this rounded motion here, you know you have to go down. So you're a good player. Some of the poor players will take this position and come over to hit down, right? So they now come down like this. Yeah. But you're a good player, and one of the things that you'll do is you will realise that this is a power zone. So then what you do is this. Yeah. So that you go down in this, like in this position. When you go down in that position, you will hit it, strike it sometimes okay, and it'd be reasonably powerful, but you have to have lots of flips. Yeah. So this is why, if you just keep imagining, well, there's an upward motion to this, and you've just got to imagine I like the idea of just this down cock here, and then working your body to help you create that. Now look at this. My body's working much more on this angle, but notice also, my shoulders are actually, and my arms are working where? Yeah, upwards. A bit more upwards. Yeah. They're not working just around, they're actually working upwards. Yeah. And now look, because of that, as they naturally fall down, look here. You've got gravity helping as well. Yeah, and then it's going to work, look, naturally down towards the ground. So it's a much more direct line, and therefore we're able to hit much straighter shots because of it. Yeah. Yeah? There you go. That's closer. That's a much better feel strike. You like the feel of that now? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, much nicer. Okay. With the driver, your biggest bad shot is the push slice. Yeah, and everything coming off that last third. So neck of the club. Yeah. And miles out to the right. Yeah, exactly. And also tendency to hit down. I've got so many marks on the top of the driver there, you know, rather than. So if you think about what we're going to do. Well, if you think about what we talked earlier about with the irons as well. So if you get around, you know, you've got two options to go back to the ball. Yeah. You can either go in, or you can even go over. Neither going to give you consistent results. We want a swing that is so it's more repeatable. So the club works in a sense on a line, and then we use the balance of the club to naturally fall down through the shot. But if we've got that kind of balance out here and we have to kind of either reroute it over the top causing big slices or get stuck inside causing big slices, it's going to lead to a lot of inconsistency. Right?
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Let's see what we got.
That actually felt quite good.
There you go. How does that feel?
Not bad.
Is that, did you try the slightly different move there?
Yeah, I was trying to keep the club
a bit more in balance.
Yeah, absolutely. That wasn't what I was doing a week ago by any means. That's just a new attempt to move in a different way.
Yeah.
I've got some spray actually. Is it worth spraying it?
Yeah, I've got some actually. So. How did that one feel?
That felt better. Yeah. Felt like I was staying behind it.
Now. That's a different movement.
Yeah, it is straight away, isn't it?
Yeah. Where's it come out the face?
Top, middle, but top.
There you go. So a little bit's down on it, but we're now more towards the middle.
So much better. Straight away. Wow, what a difference.
Silly, isn't it? But if you think about it...
That's a huge difference to me, though.
Yeah. Well, I think, but the thing is, as I said to you right at the start as well, right? The first stage, you've got to feel the club head. So don't rush into any practice session, get a sense of where the head is. And then your job is to then work out how you keep that club in balance all the way through the swing. So if I grab your driver just for a second, so you've got a picture of this. So if I was to take the head off the driver and I got you to draw a driver swing, you just go back up here, wouldn't you? And back down to the ball.
Yeah.
Nothing more complicated, right? The problem is when you've got a weight on the club, we sometimes react to that weight. So we could move it around. So if you're thinking about turning, for instance, and you throw the weight behind you, now it's a weight falling where?
Yeah,
here.
behind
so that could get you to then, when you feel that, you could then move here, or you could, oh, it's there. Let's go over the top, yeah? So what we then try to do is you've got to kind of keep that club completely in balance here. It feels like it's very light here, working it up. Now it's in balance. Now we notice the force is a bit behind me now, so it's going to want to do this. So we're just holding it in balance. Then from here, you now know that what you're going to do from here.
Just rotate.
Simply allow it to fall down and then work back to the golf ball, right? What we're not doing is going whoop or over. Bring it head out to ball, handle back to body, and that's going to give you a much more direct line back to the ball as opposed to getting stuck in here. Yeah. So no turn, it's just literally, it feels like there's no turn maybe for you. You're literally just keeping the club working in balance.
Again.
High off the first.
Yeah, well, sort of similar place, but again, so much closer to the middle.
Yeah. Because what you're doing as well, because it's more in balance, you're not throwing your body at it. So if you think about it, if you throw your body at it, you're getting closer to the ball, which moves the head where?
Away, yeah, of course.
Further away from the ball, so you're going to hit the neck. Yeah. Whereas when it's coming down here, your body's going to want to respond by?
Getting out of the way.
Getting out of the way, creating room, yeah?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, that, you know, I know that I have to, whether it's that, call it what you like, whether it's bum staying back, whether it's getting out of the way or whatever, I just can't go towards the ball.
But remember what's causing this though, right? So you could try, I see this a lot again with students, you can try all you like sometimes to try to get all these body motions working in how you want to do. But think of it this way, they'll all work according to where this club is. So your body, you don't want to hit a bad shot.
That's why I couldn't get the feel last time. I just couldn't feel it. Well, and on the range, when it's going, when I know I'm hitting it out of that low heel, it doesn't matter how hard, I either try and hit it further out right to bring it round or get out of the way. I just sometimes cannot feel it.
Well, the problem is, it comes down to those two things, doesn't it? Brought your driver again.
Yeah.
It comes down to, for you, you've got to realise that we have an implement in our hands first. First and foremost, forget about all these fancy body mechanics that everyone can work on. We've got an implement. And our job, when that ball's on the ground, is to move that implement back to the golf ball. So if we, again, using the hammer and the nail. If I've got a hammer and a nail, and I know that that hammer needs to hammer that nail this way, I'm going to position this implement directly where I need to get it. I'm going to move that hammer backwards and forwards and hammer that nail straight in, right? So sometimes we forget that the most important thing about a golf swing is this. And what we do is we think, right, got to get these body mechanics working. I've seen this motion on things, so what we'll do is we'll work on getting these body mechanics absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And when you're doing it maybe in the garden, it all looks great.
Well, it just feels like it ends up in the right place.
It feels it right, ends in the right place. You do all the drills, it all looks good, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
The problem is, when you've got a free-flowing club head, which has a lot of momentum to it, if that head's moving all over the place, right, no matter how all the effort you've been trying to do, your body now is going to be like, whoa, I'm going to work with it. I feel, oh, it's going to do this, it's going to react to this weight.
Yeah.
Your job, first and foremost, is to pay attention to what this club head is doing, working it back, and then visualizing it working, look, back into impact here, down, and then around here.
Yeah.
Makes sense? It's literally following, look, the path it's taking back to the golf ball. Yeah, and then you're thinking, well, how does my body then help to create that motion? Then you add the body in. Once you've got the feel of the head, there's the head. And actually, to be honest, sometimes the body just works automatically once you know where that is. Yeah?
Yeah.
As opposed to that.
Yeah. Because when I'm doing that and I'm bringing it back square face, I don't feel as though I need to do anything with the wrists.
No. No.
That feels like a good...
And then it's just a case of, from here, by the way, think of it this way. Now imagine if you thrust your hips forward towards the target.
Yeah.
Where's the head go behind? It goes behind you. And look at the face now. Look at your handles so high. Where are you going to block it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So my point is, once you start to, and I would do this on purpose, do some movements so you can experience what the body would actually do to the balance of the club.
Yeah.
And then in your mind think, okay, well, we've all seen these beautiful swings of the best players where they're literally, the arc is, if we took a tracer on here, this club trace, and we traced it all the way back and all the way through, if you visualize that, just visualize how your body can actually help you now to bring that club, there you go, in balance.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll realize as well, you won't even rush the downswing because oh, that could get snatched and move it out. So you just take your time. That's it.
That's better.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
Yeah, again, same place.
Centre of the fist.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So now we're hitting the centre, we're not hitting the neck, so you're going to look at the yardage, you're getting a few extra yards now, extra 20 yards there. But more important, look at these numbers now.
Yeah, much more neutral.
Starting to neutralise,
yeah? Yeah. And all of that, I'm going to lift my left heel and use that as the trigger. Didn't need to.
No, because all these body motions...
It was just doing it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's weird, isn't it? It's kind of...
Because, you know, as soon as I've done that and that, it's already open.
Yeah.
It doesn't need me to artificially stamp and then drive it.
Well, this stamp motion, right, where you might see people stamping, that comes from, do you know what? Someone might do this exercise, right? And do you know what? For them to feel the club in balance, they may lift this left heel.
Yeah.
That's just because they may be a little bit less flexible.
Yeah.
And do you know what? In order for them to feel the club, they might slam it back down.
Yeah.
How did it feel quickly?
Good, felt good. Probably a little bit top of the club, but a bit more in control.
Bit more in control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, much more neutral path.
Yeah. And not heel.
And not heel, centre of the fist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
The trying to feel that place as well starts to make this left shoulder rise,
Automatically.
Which is going to help me get a bit more up on it, I guess, which is what I need.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, again, potentially misinterpretations, right? So get yourself set, watch this. If I'm here, right, misinterpretations for people who are trying to hit up on it, okay?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, of course it is, yeah, because you feel like you're really coming from...
I'm coming up on it.
Staying behind it.
I'm staying behind it, trying to up on it.
Yeah.
What you're doing here, the body's going...
Yeah.
Like this.
So
now
be careful with that.
Well, then reality is, watch, the club still needs to be online. So what happens is we still want to be coming down online.
So the low point is just...
But the difference is what's going to happen as you come... You remember, you've already set your body behind the ball. Yeah. With driver, right?
Yeah.
So when you're here, when we're working that club back online, I'm still behind the ball. And as I now I'm in position, as that club throws down, what's my body going to do naturally?
Yeah, it's going to get out of the way.
I'm going to push, it pushes out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, and think about that at that stage. Even if you had a slightly downward blower driver at this stage, I'd be happy with.
Yeah.
Because what it means is we're starting to, Tiger gets down on his driver, for instance, because it gives him that control down the fairway. So as long as we're getting that club more in line, we're not going to get this massive carve off to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Once, if you truly then want to hit up on it to hit it even further, once we've got you online, you feel that's, I think you'd be happy to just hit more fairways.
Yes.
Exactly right. So if once we've got you hit more fairways, then what we can do, we can then start to accelerate the push
right, yeah, okay.
away. And you'll see with the best players, they'll come into delivery here.
Yeah.
Once they're in delivery and they're pushing away, the club's there.
Yeah.
They will then push harder away to allow the club to fire through. That gives them this upward strike and a lot of extra power.
Yeah, okay.
But there's no point rushing into that.
And that's such a new, already I'm in a new place.
Yeah.
With not thrusting. Yeah. So to try and do all of that straight away is just too much.
It is. And if you start thinking of thrust now, you will thrust from this position.
Yeah.
That's just going to get you basically working much more that way.
Yeah.
We need to keep you online so you start hitting nice and straight, and then we can, if we need, I don't think we'll do it today.
No, okay,
I think I'm happy just for you to start hitting a lot more fairways.
Yeah, me too.
How was that?
Nice.
Much better.
Much better, yeah.
Much better.
It's on the fairway, which is not the norm. Yeah, so much better.
And look at
it feels pretty free flowing.
Do you feel it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Totally.
It's just much more consistent, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. So club path 0.
Just neutral.
Yeah.
Neutral.
And just a bit of open face.
And at this stage, I think, face to pass. So it's, if we wanted to kind of get you drawing it, okay, we could start to play around. But notice at the moment, I'm not too worried about a small little fade.
No, I can play with that.
Because right now, there's enough to think about in keeping the club in balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
And then if you want to, in your own mind, which can help you subconsciously close that, if you wanted to play the draw, we could do. My concern at this stage is it could get you thrusting into out.
Yeah.
So rather than worry so much about it, I think I'm just really happy with you setting these numbers up online.
Me too.
Once you get comfortable with this, we can then start to kind of visualize a different way of playing a draw.
Okay.
Not a thrust this way, but actually, basically you're working into out, not by under, but actually a proper draw. You're rotating through the shot.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's too much. Again, probably a bit too much, too soon.
Yeah, okay. Should be quite square. Okay. Yeah, so...
That time there you spun a bit, that was a bit the old one.
Yeah, wasn't the best. I mean, what's interesting is the dispersion now on the face is just exactly the same.
I know.
So that's quite consistent.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're literally now, it's all central.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's a huge result in itself.
Yeah. Well, it proves that you're not getting that huge early extension what you were doing before.
Yeah. Yeah. So was that a tiny bit of old?
I think there's a little bit of, I call it, so you're falling it behind and you're dragging it this way a little bit, okay? But regardless, I think this is important that, rather than me jump in here, I think you need to start to feel this. And I think, because I'm not going to be around am I all the time. So for me, it's kind of, maybe turn the head the other way around, visualize the club doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Even particularly in your lead hand, take the club, hold it this way. Work the club back, okay, back here, and then from here, look, fire it back down.
Yeah.
Now don't fire it, look there, this way.
No.
Look, down, down. There, it's going in, down in front of you. That makes sense. Watch this, not this.
No.
From here, look, you're working the arm, just this, downwards. So literally from here, working it up.
Yeah.
Here, look. And then down.
Yeah.
See the difference there?
Yeah.
Rather than, whoop.
Yes, yeah, of course.
That way, and then you're going to come through. Now you're going straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
And you simply just take the club in the lead hand. Okay, just imagine the same principle, working it up, working it down, straight down to that golf ball. Now it's more direct.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Look at that.
Miles more control.
Loads more control. Because, again, the club is online for longer.
Yes. Yeah, very happy with that.
Love it.
Good, thank you.
Good.
That feels great.
Nice feeling, isn't it?
Oh, God. I just got to my wit's end, honestly. It was, the driver was going in the river.
Just follow the process.
Yeah.
Feel the head first. So feel the head first. Find out where it is. Just hit some small little shots before you even worry about the big ones. Where's that head? Right. Now, just imagine this. Be easier to do it when there's no weight on, isn't there? To draw the swing. Yeah?
Yeah.
We don't turn. We move the club up there. So for the club to keep following this path now here in balance, our bodies need to work up there. Yeah? Now from here, we want to work the club back down. So we don't want the club to work, we want to be moving our bodies in such a way. So if you can keep visualizing the club just falling, coming back down to the ball, where the club comes out to the ball, handle goes into body, then your body goes, oh, that's what's supposed to happen. No problem. I will then help you do that. It can work in a different way.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to then thrust, because if I thrust, that sends the head behind me. So once you start to feel the head first, feel where it is in space, then feel the balance of it, and then just allow the body to work out what's the best way for it to now help you come back down under gravity and let that club fall back down into that ball. Once you do that, then it's all about then just feeling the club face and see if you can get some control. That's how you then start to control those draws and fades and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you.
Cool.
Amazing.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just marveling at that.